everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn to Speak Malay Like a Local. My name is Lisa and today I will be teaching you about suffixes, and this is part 2 of the derivatives lesson that I started a couple of weeks back. So in the previous few weeks, I think the first lesson, part 1, is about prefixes. So today's lesson, part 2, is about suffixes. And in Malay, it is called Kata Terbitan. In English, I'm just going to call it derivatives because essentially you have a base word and then you fix an affix, or in this case a suffix to it, and then it becomes a new word, which is why you derive a new word from it. Now, with suffix, the result of attaching a suffix to whatever base word there is will result in only two kinds of words, which is a noun and a verb. So for suffixes, when you attach only a suffix, it does not become an adjective, okay, which is different from prefix. In prefix, if you attach a prefix to whatever base word, it becomes noun, verb, adjective. For suffixes, when you attach it to a base word, it only becomes noun and verb. Okay, so it's quite long, so brace yourself. You can see noun and verb. We are going to start with noun first, meaning when you attach a suffix, the resulting word becomes a noun. We're going to start with that first, and then towards the end of the video, only will we move to verb. Under noun, as you can see over here, there are 8 different kinds of suffixes that if you attach the suffix to a word, it becomes a noun. And as you can see, it's an, wan, man, wati, isme, in, at, and ah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover number 2 until number 8 because number 1, an, has quite a comprehensive explanation for it. So let's start with number 2, which is dash 1. Okay, if you see the suffix 1 on a word, it means that it is referring to a member or a person who does something in a certain field or a task. So like a library in Malay is perpustakaan, but librarian is pustakawan. Okay, you just put the 1 there, not perpustakawan but pustakawan. Another example is usahawan. So usaha is effort. Usahawan is a person who puts effort, and we use this word usahawan for entrepreneurs. Okay, so a member or a doer in a field or a task, like librarian and entrepreneur. So an example of a sentence is kerja sebagai usahawan banyak cabarannya. Kerja sebagai usahawan banyak cabarannya. A job as an entrepreneur, the life of an entrepreneur has a lot of obstacles. Okay, so that is the first meaning for 1. The second meaning is it is used to describe a person with a certain characteristic or a person who owns something, like derma. So derma is to donate something, but dermawan is someone who likes to donate, to give. So a dermawan is a philanthropist. Another example, juta means million. Jutawan, millionaire. So this millionaire has millions, juta. Or another one, ilmu. Ilmu means knowledge. Ilmuwan, a person with knowledge, so an intellectual or a scholar or a learned person. Okay, an example of a sentence, dermawan itu sangat berhati-hati agar tidak dikenali masyarakat. That philanthropist is extremely careful in not being recognized by the people around him. Now, we are done with 1. Now let's move on to man. Actually, man is quite similar to 1, and there's no explanation in the book, but this is my own understanding. It is similar to 1 in a sense that it describes a member or a person of a field or subject, a person who does something, right? So an example of words that uses man suffix is like budiman or seniman. Budi means to have a good character and to have a good head on your shoulders. That's budi. So if you say budiman, it means a person with good character and a person who is sensible. So basically in English, probably like a gentleman. Yeah, budiman, a gentleman. And seni means art. So seniman, an artist, a person or a member belonging to a field or subject. So I don't know why certain things end with man and why certain things end with one. Yeah, that's all I can give you. So an example of a sentence, seniman itu dikenali serantau Asia Tenggara. That artist is known across Southeast Asia, Asia Tenggara. Okay, the next one is wati. Wati is used in a similar way as man is or one is, but wati is specifically for women. So just now we have seniman, right, which is for artists. Seniwati is female artist. Olahraga. Olahraga is athletics. Olahragawati is female athlete. For male athlete, it's just olahragawan. We don't say olahragaman. We say olahragawan. So, I don't know why some things are different. And then you have peragawati. Peragawati is a female model. Peragawan is male model. The root word is raga. So raga means to demonstrate or to show off. Peraga, a person who likes to demonstrate or show off. So peragawan is the job, male model. Peragawati, female model. Example of a sentence, Adilah bercita-cita menjadi peragawati sejak di bangku sekolah. Adilah, that's a typical Malay name, bercita-cita menjadi peragawati sejak di bangku sekolah. Bangku means stool, so bangku sekolah, like a stool in school, like a chair where students sit. But we use the word bangku sekolah to mean like the period of schooling, like the time when we were in school. Okay, next one, isme. ISME. Basically, isme is like the English ism. So it is a belief or a political movement or religious movement, or a characteristic or behavior. So communism, communisme. Nationalism, nationalisme. Or Buddhism is Buddhisme. Okay, it's exactly the same as the English one. An example of a sentence, kefahaman nasionalisme meletakkan negara dan bangsa pada tempat yang tinggi. Kefahaman nasionalisme, the nationalism movement. Kefahaman, faham is to understand. So the belief or the following for nationalism. Meletakkan negara dan bangsa, places, country and bangsa, race, pada tempat yang tinggi, at a high place, places high importance on nation and people. Okay, that's it for isme. The next one is in. Okay, I'm just going to do in and at the same time. Basically, I hear in and at when someone's about to perform a speech, like hadirin dan hadirat sekalian. It's a bit like ladies and gentlemen, but it's not ladies and gentlemen. Hadir, the word hadir means to be present or to attend. So hadirin, the people who are present. So hadirin and hadirat is a bit like they come together. You also have muslimin dan muslimat, kind of similar. Muslim means, a person who profess faith in Islam. So a Muslim man we call Muslim. Many Muslim men we call Muslimin. One Muslim woman we call Muslimah. Many Muslim women we call Muslimat. Okay, so in speeches, if you want to address all the Muslim men and women, we say Muslimin dan Muslimat. It means many Muslim men and many Muslim women. So these are the usage of in and at that I can find within a short period of time. I don't think it has a huge application anyway. So hadirin, hadirat, muslimin, muslimat. Hadirat by itself actually means a presence of a person or an entity that is placed on a pedestal, like a king or a religious person or God. So it is either the presence of someone or something important, or it is a place to have audience with an important person or authority. So that is hadirat. And then as a suffix, that's the eighth one in the list. It is used to indicate that a person is female. So just now you have Muslim, right, for a Muslim male. Muslimah is a female Muslim. And then you have Sultan. A Sultan is a male king. A Sultanah is a female king, which is a queen. Another one, Ustaz. Ustaz is a male religious teacher. Ustazah is a female religious teacher. Okay, so an example is like isteri abang saya seorang ustazah. My brother's wife is a female religious teacher. Isteri abang saya seorang ustazah. Okay, yeah, I'm so glad that one's done. Let's move on to the next one, which is an. Okay, so an is the first one that I told you I would do last, right? This is the first one in the list, and the reason why I want to do this last is because it has 9 different meanings when you attach this suffix an to different kinds of base words. So the first one, you can attach an to a certain noun or a certain verb, and both of these will mean the result of doing a work or a thing or a matter. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's start with noun, kritik. Kritik in English is critic as well, okay, which is a person or a thing, a person. Kritikan, because you attach the an suffix to it, is a critique, which is an analysis of, everything that is good or bad about a certain thing. So kritik, kritikan, a critic and critique. Hasan tidak dapat menerima kritikan terhadap masakannya dengan baik. Hasan was unable to accept the critique of his cooking. And then that was noun plus an. And then now we have verb plus an. And verb plus an becomes the result of something. Yeah, like tuduh. Tuduh is to accuse. Tuduhan is an accusation, the result of placing accuse. Tuduh, tuduhan. Accuse, accusation. Example of a sentence. Dia hilang sabar apabila dilempar pelbagai tuduhan palsu daripada golongan yang tidak bertanggungjawab. Okay, that's a very long sentence. Dia hilang sabar apabila dilempar pelbagai tuduhan palsu daripada golongan yang tidak bertanggungjawab. It just means this person lost patience when being pelted with all sorts of fake accusations from irresponsible parties. Okay, next one. That was the first meaning for an. In the second meaning, an is combined with noun, adjective, and function that is related to direction. When I say function, in Malay it is called kata tugas. In English, it's the function word. What it means is it cannot stand alone. The word is meant to perform a grammatical function in the sentence. Okay, and in Malay there are 17 different kata tugas. There are 17 different categories of these functional words, and for this one it is pertaining specifically to direction. So let's start with noun plus an. Noun is like laut. Laut means sea. Lautan means the wide open sea, a vast open sea like the ocean, because ocean is bigger than sea. Okay, laut, lautan. Sea, wide, vast, open sea, like a huge area. Second one is adjective plus an. So an adjective is lapang. Lapang means a state of being open and wide and not narrow. So lapangan means a huge open space, like tempat lapang, a place that is lapang, a place that is open, like a football field or a basketball court. Okay, that is a tempat lapang, a place that is open. Lapangan, a huge open space, maybe like a huge football field, I suppose. And the third one is the function word pertaining to direction, luar. Luar means out, outside, luar. Luaran means the outside that is wide and vast, like the external. So yeah, basically in this sense, it becomes, you put an an there and it becomes big and wide. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this one is only noun. Noun plus an will bring the meaning many. So the example is ratus. Ratus means 100, right? Ratusan, hundreds. A sentence is like, penagih dadah tersebut berjaya mencuri dompet yang mengandungi wang bernilai ratusan ringgit. Penagih dadah tersebut berjaya mencuri dompet yang mengandungi wang bernilai ratusan ringgit. The drug addict is successful in stealing a wallet which contains money valued at hundreds of ringgit. Okay, ratusan ringgit, it means many hundreds. The fourth one, it gets simpler, so yay. Verb plus an, it becomes a tool for something. So example, sandar. Sandar means to lean. Sandaran means a place to lean. Dinding itu menjadi tempat sandaran. That wall becomes a place to lean against. Okay, so sandaran, the an in this case turns the verb sandar into a noun, sandaran, a place to lean against. Lean to a place to lean against. The fifth one, verb plus an, person or animal who bear the brunt of the work. Okay, so it's a verb, suruh. Suruh means to tell someone to do something, to order someone, to instruct someone. Suruhan is the person or the animal being ordered around or being instructed to do something. So actually technically it is the order or the command or the instruction itself, but when you pair it with the term orang or budak, then it becomes the person. Orang suruhan itu, the person carrying the instruction. Orang suruhan itu mengangkat meja yang berat ke atas lori. That person with the instruction is lifting a heavy table onto a lorry. So orang suruhan usually means like a servant. Orang suruhan is a servant, basically. Paid or not paid, orang suruhan, a person who carries your command or instructions. Next one, a verb, again a verb plus an, a thing who bear the brunt of work. This is exactly the same as the previous one, except that the previous one is for person or animal. The second one is for thing. Actually, I probably should have combined these two. Okay, hampar. Hampar is the act of spreading out something, like if you have a piece of cloth and you want to sort of like, what's that word, you spread it out to dry it or to clear it of dust, right? Hamparan is the thing that is being spread out, so like a carpet or a throw, right? You throw it over something, so hamparan. Basically a throw or a carpet is a subset of hamparan, a thing that bears the action of being spread out. Example of a sentence, kedai itu menjual pelbagai jenis hamparan. That store sells all sorts of or all types of throws or carpets, hamparan, things that you throw or spread out. In a way, makanan and minuman is also part of this meaning of an, because makan and minum means eat and drink. Makanan and minuman is food and drink. Okay, makan and minum is verb. Makanan and minuman is noun. So makanan, the thing that bears the brand of being eaten. Food bears the brand of being food because it gets eaten. Minuman, a drink, bears the brand of being drunk. So a drink. I hope I'm making sense. Next one, adjective plus an. A thing that has or contains the characteristic of the base word. Oh, okay. Like manis. Manis means sweet. Okay, it's an adjective. But you put manis plus an, it becomes manisan, which becomes a noun. So manisan means sweets or sweet things. Okay, a kind of food that tastes sweet. It contains the meaning of the base word. Another example, bulat is round. Bulatan is a circle. Okay, a circle contains the characteristic of the base word, which is round. So example of a sentence, Ibu menyusun manisan yang dibeli dalam bentuk bulatan. Ibu menyusun manisan yang dibeli dalam bentuk bulatan. Mother arranged all the sweets that she bought in the shape of a circle. Next one, a verb plus an, a place where the base word takes place. This is simple. So like kurung. Kurung means to confine, is a verb. Kurungan is a noun. It means a place of confinement. Okay, kurung, to confine. Kurungan, a place of confinement. Ada 3 ekor tikus dalam kurungan. There are 3 rats in the kurungan in a trap. You know, a trap is a kind of kurungan because it's a type of a place of confinement. The next one, which is the last one, is a noun and a function plus an. Oh, this function word pertains to quantity. So both of these, when you combine it with an, it means a measurement based on the base word. So if the base word is a noun like tahun, tahun means year. Okay, tahunan means annual, yearly. Next one, hari. Hari means day. Harian means daily. Okay, so that's for noun plus an. Function word pertaining to quantity plus an, like ribu. Ribu means thousand. Ribuan means thousands. An example of a sentence is pengubah suaian keretanya menelan kos ribuan ringgit. Pengubah suaian, the renovation, the modification. Keretanya, his or her car, menelan kos ribuan ringgit, costed thousands of ringgit. Yay, we're so done with the that was an. Back to the very first page. Remember I told you there's like noun over here. So now we're going to do verb because we're done with all this, right? We're done with all that. So now we're going to move to can and e. Don't worry, this is very short. Okay, so can be causative or benefactive. Causative means it causes something to be something. Like lipat. Lipat means fold. Lipatkan means to cause something to be folded. Baju-baju itu saya lipatkan. Those clothes I folded. Okay, that's the usage of kan. The second usage of kan is benefactive. It means that something is done to benefit someone else. Okay, if that person does something, it benefits me. If I do something, it benefits other person. So an example is beli. Beli means buy. Belikan is to buy for someone. Saya belikan baju ini untuk awak. I bought this or I buy this clothes for you. Saya belikan baju ini untuk awak. And the last one is E, dash E. Also two different meanings, causative and locative. The first one, causative, is cause something to be, similar to the previous one. So baik is good. Baiki is to make something good, which means to repair. Baiki is repair in Malay. Okay, so computer itu amar baiki. Amar is a name. Computer itu amar baiki. That computer is being fixed by Amar. Locative, pertaining to location, like dekat. Dekat means near. Dekati means to go nearer to a person or something. Okay, Arnab itu adik dekati dengan perlahan-lahan. That rabbit, adik is a younger sibling, going towards it very slowly. Arnab itu adik dekati dengan perlahan-lahan. So that's it. This is the longest video I've ever recorded. So I hope that was useful. I'll just do a quick recap. Okay, so for today's lesson, suffix, it is part 2 of the derivatives lesson, which is also known as Kata Terbitan. So suffix changes a word's meaning to become either a noun or a verb. So when it changes it to be a noun, these are the list of suffixes, and to change it into a verb, these are the list of words. I think I'm gonna stop here in case I confuse anyone anymore, especially myself. And I hope you find this useful. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share and subscribe. And part 3 will be about, I cannot remember what it's called, but it's both prefix and suffix together. I'll try my best to come up with it as soon as I can. But till then, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Okay, I'll see you again next time then. Bye!